Okay. Well, guys, so today we are going to talk about Ramadan month. Okay. I want to know your experience joining about doing Ramadan month and doing fasting, and because not most of you, yeah, but all of you are girls, yeah. So how do you replace your fasting month? Do you replace it or you're not replacing it? Yeah, when you are you cannot fasting in Ramadan months because you are women, right? Okay, so I just want to share ideas related with Ramadan months, but before we talk more or talk it further, so let's take a look some vocabularies that closely related to the Ramadan month. Oke ya, siap ya. Jadi kita coba lihat dulu vocab-vocab yang bisa relate dengan bulan suci Ramadan ya. Oke, so I'm gonna share you. Oke, did you see it? Kelihatan ya?
Kelihatan, sir.
Okay, let's take a look together.
Let's start with some important times of the day. In the morning, when the sun goes up, we call that sunrise or dawn.
Oke, jadi start dari pagi ya, di sunrise or dawn. Itulah kenapa subuh teman-teman ada yang bilang dawn prayer, ya, dawn prayer. Bukan sunrise prayer, oke. Yang common ada istilahnya dawn prayer. Oke, dan kalau udah buka puasa, oke, bisa sunset, we can maghrib, but sunset itu sundown itu jarang ya, tetapi yang sering dipakai adalah kata sunset atau dusk, ya. Nah, ada lagu juga kan, kayaknya ada lagu juga ya, if I'm not mistaken, ada lagu juga yang dusk and down ya. Dusk itu sunset, down itu sunrise. Okay, dusk and down. I think, do you know this song? Have you ever heard the song Dusk and Down? Amalia, have you ever heard?
I think I don't know, sir.
Yeah, you don't know about that. Well, we can find out after this.
When the sun goes down, we can call it sunset, not so commonly sundown, or dusk. So maybe in your explanation, you need to explain at what times things happen. The next important word that you might need is this. When you do this, when you talk to God or say something special to God, that is when you pray. Pray is a verb, and it's a regular verb. So in the past, it's just prayed. Prayed,
Yeah.
prayed.
Ya, jadi disebutkan ya, sholat gitu. You can pray, bisa sholat, bisa berdoa ya. Itu adalah regular verb. Bentuk keduanya adalah prayed, bentuk ketiganya juga prayed.
What's the noun of pray? The noun is...
Oke, nah kata bendanya itu prayer.
Prayer. Pronunciation, be very careful.
Prayer.
Repeat it with me if you want to. Prayer. You can use the verb to say a prayer. Remembering, of course, that it is a countable noun, and you say one of them, many of them, I don't know. Say a prayer. That's the expression. When you want to say that you don't eat any food for a length of time, this is when you fast.
Oke ya, sudah apa ya? Sudah tahu kan? Kayaknya sudah tahu ya. Fast is cepat ya. Ya, yang kita tahu, tapi fasting is puasa ya. Oke, jadi kalau kita tidak makan dalam waktu tertentu, sebenarnya puasa kata fast itu tidak hanya digunakan orang Islam dalam tanda kutip, karena kalau kita bisa, kalau pagi kita apa? Kalau makan pagi atau sarapan bahasa Inggrisnya apa?
Breakfast.
Oke, breakfast kan. Oke, breakfast. Oke. Breakfast itu kan dari kata fast and break gitu kan. Buka puasa sebenarnya. Karena selama tidur kan nggak makan ya. Ya kecuali mungkin ada yang di sini yang tidur sambil makan, ya kita nggak tahu ya. Mungkin nggak ada breakfastnya. Ya tapi breakfast itu kan artinya berhenti puasa sebenarnya, berhenti tidak makan. Nah, makanya berpuasa no food ya, contohnya di sini ini disebut sebagai fast. Ya, fasting.
Fast, again, it's a regular verb, so fast, fasted, fasted. So maybe you want to talk about how long you fast for, or from when in the day until when in the day. One word, I guess, which is important to Ramadan is this one. When you can follow rules, then you have discipline. That is a noun.
Oke ya. Jadi jadi kan kita kalau puasa ada aturannya kan ya. So ya kata lainnya kita ada disiplin ya, bahasa Inggrisnya seperti ini ya. Dan bacanya juga disiplin.
It can be a verb, but we'll use it as a noun in this case. So to have discipline, that's the expression. Now be careful, discipline is an uncountable noun. So we don't say...
Oke ya, jadi have discipline itu adalah, disiplin ini adalah kata benda yang tidak dapat dihitung. Jadi nggak boleh ada disciplines ya. Oke. Jadi tidak boleh ditambah s atau es dan tidak boleh ada e-nya.
Have a discipline.
Oke ya. Jadi bukan have a discipline, tetapi have discipline. Karena uncountable noun itu tidak boleh dikasih artikel ya, itu nggak boleh. Ya karena emang nggak bisa dihitung. Contohnya sugar, a sugar nggak boleh. Water nggak boleh, a water. Beda dengan a glass of water, itu gelasnya yang jadi pokoknya ya, gelasnya yang dihitung, bukan waternya. Misalkan 2 gelas air, 2 glasses of water. Waternya tetap tidak ada tambahan s. Okay.
No. You have discipline, you can follow the rules, or you don't have discipline. You can't follow the rules and you're a bad child. Now, when you really, really want food, you can say that you...
Oke, udah biasa ya. Kalau lapar banget apa, teman-teman? Kalau hungry, I think everyone knows about hungry. Lapar ya. Kalau lapar banget, like kelaparan gitu. Luna, do you know? Latifah? Yasni? Kelaparan apa bahasa Inggrisnya?
Starving.
Oke, good. Ya, kelaparan itu starving. Ya, kelaparan is starving. Jadi kalau misalkan kita puasa, maybe around 4, okay, around 4 p.m. we will be very starving. Jam 4-an itu mulai kelaparan. But sometimes, if me myself, saya merasa starving itu kalau jam 1 malah, jam 12, jam 1 itu paling lapar malah, jam 3-an malah nggak. Udah terbiasa kali ya, jadi nggak begitu lapar.
You are hungry, now that's the ordinary adjective, but if you want to say you're very, very hungry, you can say that you are starving. This is the extreme version of hungry.
Yeah.
Pronunciation, starving.
Starving.
Now be careful. To starve literally just means you're dying of hunger, which is awful and it's terrible. But English people are a little bit ridiculous, and we like to exaggerate everything. For example...
Oke, jadi sebenarnya konteksnya starve itu, to starve ya, atau starve itu sebenarnya kayak kelaparan sampai mau mati gitu. Ya, tapi orang Inggris itu kan aneh kan ya dia. Jadi orang Inggris itu suka melebih-lebihkan, exaggerating. Exaggerate itu melebih-lebihkan.
If it's raining, we will say, oh, I'm dying.
Ya, jadi kalau hujan aja dia bilang I'm dying, bukan mati. Kayak kesel banget misalkan ya, I'm dying.
And if you're more than a little bit hungry, we will say, I'm starving. Yeah,
Padahal nggak bakal mati padahal.
So in English culture, it's perfectly acceptable to say, I am starving. It doesn't mean it literally, but that's what we say. The next expression is this. To take something for granted.
Oke, take for granted. Pernah dengar teman-teman? Take for granted? Amalia, have you ever heard about take for granted? Take something for granted.
Menganggap, sir.
Belum.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Now this has a few meanings, but in this context, it means that you are not grateful for something.
Ya, jadi kata pertamanya di sini bilang bahwa Kita nggak bersyukur kepada sesuatu. Contoh misalkan gini, kita punya orang tua yang baik. Seringkali kita take for granted. Ya udah memang orang tua ya udahlah baik maklum gitu. Kita tidak mensyukurinya. Padahal banyak juga orang tua yang mungkin tidak baik, tidak sebaik orang tua kita. Ya kan? Nah, itu istilahnya adalah take for granted. Kita punya teman yang baik nih. Ya udahlah, kan biasalah teman baik. Padahal banyak juga teman yang jahat gitu kan, yang tidak baik. Nah, seharusnya kita punya teman baik itu kita bersyukur. Nah, kalau kita nggak bersyukur namanya take for granted. Ya, dianggap itu apa deh? Kesehatan misalkan. Kesehatan kan kita harus syukuri ya. Karena ada orang yang sakit gitu kan. Take for granted. Kita hidup, ya sorry itu sih mungkin kita nggak ada disabilitas gitu. Kadang kita take for granted gitu kayak ya udahlah. Ya emang banyak orang kayak, tapi banyak loh orang kalau kita mau tahu ya kita nggak seharusnya tidak take for granted ya. Karena banyak orang juga yang harus disable dari sejak lahir gitu. Ya kan? Ada tunanetra, tunarungu dan sebagainya. Nah, take for granted kita nggak bersyukur dengan apa yang kita miliki. Ya atau nggak ya udahlah apa yang perlu disyukuri itu take for granted. Ya, gitu ya.
Or you undervalue it. You don't appreciate.
Ya, jadi undervalue, tidak menilai kayak sehat gitu kan. Kayaknya ya udahlah, kayak otomatis aja gitu. Nah, itu take for granted. Padahal kalau nggak dijaga ya bakal sakit nanti. Ya, apalagi masih muda kan, take for granted. Sehat itu kayak otomatis gitu ya. It takes for granted. Oke, ini istilah yang sering dipakai juga. Menurut saya perlu untuk kalian ketahui juga. Take for granted.
The true value of something. Or you assume that it's always going to be there. Basically, it just means that you're not showing your appreciation for something.
Oke, jadi ya, jelas tadi ya, bahwa take for granted intinya adalah tidak memberikan apresiasi atau penghargaan terhadap sesuatu, itu take for granted. Okay.
For example, maybe she does all the cleaning in the house and all day he just plays Xbox.
Nah, contohnya ya, oke, contohnya di sini si cewek beres-beres rumah, ya ibu rumah tangga misalkan, beres-beres rumah, yang ini cuma main misalkan. Anaknya main Xbox ya, kayak PlayStation lah kalau di sini Xbox. Terus
he never says thank you.
Ya, dan tidak pernah bilang makasih. Nah, itu namanya take for granted ya. Udah dimasakin, udah rumahnya diberes-beresin, seolah-olah nggak ada apa-apa gitu. Itu namanya take for granted.
Nothing. He's very ungrateful. In this case, she can say, he
takes me for granted. Ya, teman-teman di sini kenapa pakai takes ditambah s pada bentuknya simple present? Ingat kalau he, she, it dalam simple present maka ditambah s atau es. Get it? Oke, he takes me for granted.
Takes me for granted. He takes me for granted.
Nah, kata ini juga teman-teman, kata grateful. Oke, grateful itu artinya bersyukur. Ya, grateful itu artinya bersyukur. Ungrateful berarti tidak bersyukur, tadi dibilang. Nah, kata grateful penting juga untuk kita pelajari, karena Ramadan is relate dengan ibadah, dan itu pasti ada kata grateful. Misalkan, we share sedekah gitu kan, to other people, as implementation that we are a grateful person. Ya, kita ngasih sedekah ke orang waktu Ramadan mungkin sebagai tanda kalau kita bersyukur ya, kita memiliki kelebihan sesuatu. Oke, get it ya?
Now, some grammar you might need to be careful with is during and while. Let me explain the difference. What is the difference between during and while? Well, they both mean in the middle of an event. Or...
Oke, nah ini kita akan bahas ya teman-teman. Ini sering juga mungkin kita dengar antara kata during and juga while. Ya. Apa perbedaannya kita cek.
At the same time an event is happening. But this is how we use them. During has to have a noun afterwards.
Oke ya, during diikuti oleh noun.
So for example, in this situation, we could say during dinner.
Oke ya, during dinner, selama makan malam. During fasting, oke, selama puasa. During diikuti oleh kata benda, sedangkan while nanti diikuti oleh kalimat.
That is a noun. We can say during dinner. Can I say while dinner? Nope. I would have to use a situation. with a subject. For example, while I was eating dinner.
Ya, jadi teman-teman, while itu diikuti oleh kalimat gampangnya karena ada subjek dan predikat. Ya, get it ya. Jadi kalau during diikuti oleh noun, while diikuti oleh kalimat. Oke, while winter, while.
So we want to add some more information to this. So in the middle of dinner, something happened. What happened? In the middle of dinner, Ali arrived.
Oke, contohnya di sini.
Okay, so we could say during dinner, comma, Ali arrived.
Nah, jadi kayak gini contohnya ya, teman-teman. Yang ini during dinner, selama ya ketika makan malam, Ali arrived. Si Ali tiba. Nah, kalau ini Ali arrived while I was eating dinner. Nah, while harus diikuti oleh, tetap saya bilang tadi, harus diikuti oleh kalimat, yaitu subjek dan predikat. Itu bedanya while and during. Yang mungkin teman-teman selama ini ngiranya sama. Artinya sama, kalau kita lihat di Google atau mungkin kalian cek di kamus, artinya sama. Sembari atau sambil gitu ya. Jadi waktu melakukan sesuatu lain terjadi, biasanya kayak gitu. Nah, tetapi penggunaannya berbeda. Jadi kalau during diikuti oleh noun atau mungkin mentok gitu phrase ya, frase, sedangkan while diikuti oleh kalimat.
It flows better to say Ali arrived during dinner, but in writing, yeah, you could say during dinner, comma, Ali arrived. With while I was eating dinner, Ali arrived. Or Ali arrived while I was eating dinner.
Oke, nah, jadi di sini juga kita tahu teman-teman. Jadi kalau misalkan alinya ada di awal maka tidak perlu koma. Tapi kalau misalkan bisa dibalik juga, misalkan while I was eating dinner, koma Ali arrived. Di sini juga bisa teman-teman. Yang tadi yang during ya, during dinner Ali arrived, during dinner, koma Ali arrived, atau Ali arrived during dinner. Tetapi dalam writing, dalam tulisan ya bahasa Inggris, written English-nya during dinner, Ali arrived ini yang lebih acceptable.
So now you have the vocabulary, the expressions, and the grammar that you need to explain how Ramadan works to all your non-Muslim friends. So here's your challenge. In the comments, explain to me, how does Ramadan work? I'll try and correct your writing in the comments, and I'll see you in the next.
Oke, ya. Nah, nggak mungkin kalian harus di sini ya. Harus kalian jelasin di sini. However, di sini ada yang ini ya. I thought you were a Muslim. But after reading the comments below, I know that you are not. Nah, ini bukan Muslim malah. It's very nice for you, many of you to make Ramadan. As a Muslim, I'm so glad that you do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think, do you have any question? Okay, if there is no question, I think it's time for us to discuss and tell our story related to Ramadan, ya. Jadi yang terpenting kan bisa ngomongnya, teman-teman. Ini kita second semester lah ya. Ibaratnya kita udah semester keduanya karena last semester or previous semester we have met for a semester. I think now it's time for us to have much more practices than theory, ya. Jadi kita harus banyak prakteknya daripada teorinya, ya kan? Kayak biar makin pinter, makin cepet pinternya. Well, so I'm gonna start with the question ya. Saya akan mulai dengan pertanyaan. I think it will be this one. Oke, saya akan coba bertanya. Oke, pertama adalah tell me about your memorable event during Ramadan. Ya, kebaca ya teman-teman ya. Oke, tolong ceritakan event atau kejadian yang paling kalian, ya, we can say the most ya, the most memorable event ya, event yang paling kalian ingat ya, atau memorable events during Ramadan. Apa sih Ramadan itu identik dengan apa bagi kalian? So, I would invite firstly, Amalia, could you tell your Ramadan experience? Halo Amalia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell your experience or your memorable event during Ramadan?
Yeah. During I elementary school, I was hungry and fasting. So, and my mom cooked fish, and I mencicipi itu apa ya?
Taste. Okay, you taste
And
it.
I taste the fish. At 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, and my mom angry with me, and so I get punishment with mom.
Oh.
Instead.
Okay. So how old? Okay. How old were you at that time? Jadi kamu waktu itu usia berapa?
Yeah, I think class 4 elementary school.
Okay, fourth grade, ya.
Yeah.
Fourth grade of elementary school. Jam. Oke, kelas 4 SD. Oke,
Yes,
taste
sir.
mencicipi. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have another memorable event beside you taste it at 5 ya? Waktu itu kamu puasa, so you were fasting at that time.
Yes, sir.
Oke.
I'm fasting.
Berarti belum maghrib udah kamu cicipin aja ya?
Yeah.
Do you remember what kind of food did you taste?
Pindang goreng.
Udang goreng. Okay.
Pindang goreng.
Oh, pindang goreng. Okay. Pindang is not common in English. Yeah. Fried pindang maybe. I don't know. Okay. Okay, thank you Amalia.
Yes, sir.
Do you have other interesting or memorable story?
I think
to
just
Ramadan?
that.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yosni, could you please tell me your memorable event or during Ramadan month in your life? Just like interestingly, maybe it's something that you cannot forget about that. Right? Okay, Yasni, you can turn off your camera. That's okay. To make sure your network is running well. Gimana? Yep. Yasni, can you hear me? Sepertinya ada gangguan. Oke, Nani. Halo, Nani.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nani. Can you tell us? Yeah, not only tell me. Can you tell us your interesting experience or would say memorable event? Okay, selama kamu puasa nih, mungkin kayak kisah zaman kecil kamu dulu, or whatever lah. Gimana?
Yang lain dulu, sir. Saya lupa. I'm forget.
Oh, you forget about that. Okay. Luna. Hai, Luna. Yep, Luna. Halo. Luna tidak berkutik. Oke, Latifatun. Oke, Latifatun juga nggak ada nih. Yosni kok menghilang nih? What's going on?
Sorry, sir. I forget.
Okay. Okay, Yosni, can you tell me your interesting event during Ramadan month?
I forget, sir.
You forgot about anything? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I will change the question. Maybe we can add up at 12 second. My next question is, what do you do during Ramadan month? Oke. Apa sih yang kalian lakukan selama bulan Ramadan? What do you do during Ramadan month? Oke, ini ya Ramadan month during diikuti oleh noun tadi. During Ramadan month. Apa yang kamu biasanya lakukan? What do you do? Berarti do you do ini adalah simple present. Sehingga pertanyaan ini digunakan untuk ya kebiasaan kalian saat bulan Ramadan tuh ngapain aja? Yos nih.
Share takjil.
Share takjil. Oh, good. Okay, share takjil. Where is it? In your home or with your friends in Malang?
With BEM in Malang.
Oh, with BEM in Malang.
And breaking the fast together.
Okay, good. What do you feel after sharing takjil?
I'm so happy and
Okay, happy end?
can we share experience?
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I will like to invite Yeps. Nani, okay, what do you do during Ramadan month?
Every evening I always ngabuburit with my friends.
Evening or afternoon?
Setiap sore tuh afternoon.
Afternoon, ya. Evening malam dong. Oke ya teman-teman, that's okay. Jadi gini, kalau mostly people ya, kalau di barat mungkin like we say jam 5 ke atas, sometimes they say evening. Kadang juga ada yang bilang sebenarnya gini, evening itu udah tenggelamnya matahari. Kalau di Indonesia we say that maghrib sebenarnya. We call after maghrib is evening, commonly ya in Indonesia. Kita pakai Indonesian context. Sehingga kalau masih ngabuburit it is afternoon still, gitu kan? Karena bilang evening, berarti like setelah buka puasa itu sudah masuk evening. Oke, ngabuburit. What do you do? Okay, during ngabuburit ya. What do you usually do for ngabuburit? Apa sih yang kamu lakukan untuk ngabuburit itu? Ngabuburit ngapain aja?
Bentar.
Oke. Ngabuburit. Ngabuburit is Indonesian ini ya. Ngabuburit apa sih kepanjangannya ngabuburit? I'm curious. Is there any kepanjangan dari ngabuburit? Oh, oke. Ternyata ngabuburit adalah ngalantung ngadaguan burit. Oke. Ini bahasa Sunda ternyata ya. Oke. Bersantai sambil menunggu waktu sore. Oke. Ngalantung ngadaguan burit. I see. Oke. Oke, Nani kalau ngabuburit ngapain aja?
Nyari jajan, sir.
Oh. Oke. So ngabuburit for you is ini ya, finding takjil ya.
Finding takjil.
Oke, finding takjil ya. Takjil is a food for atau finding takjil or food for breakfasting ya. Oke, makanan untuk buka puasa. What is your favorite takjil? Ya, Nani, what is your favorite takjil?
SRS, terus gorengan kayak gitu.
Oke, ice. Oke. dan gorengan ya, fries. Okay, thank you so much Nani. Okay, thank you for your sharing. Then we're gonna move to Luna. Can you hear my voice, Luna? Aduh, namanya masih syuting sehingga nggak ada waktu. Oke, Luna. Oke, Luna masih sibuk. Mungkin Latifah atau Nailun? Latifah? Oke. Mungkin ada gangguan jaringan. Amalia, for the last maybe I want to ask you, what do you do for Ramadan? Are you doing ngabuburit also?
Yes, sir. Ngabuburit.
Ngabuburit. Okay. What is your favorite activities for ngabuburit? Finding takjil or other things?
No. Breakfasting with my friend.
Oh, okay. Do you have besties?
Yes, I have.
Oh, how many besties do you have?
Yeah, just one.
Just one. Oh, okay. You have one bestie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So in this Ramadan month, okay, will you do the same thing with her? Him or her?
Yeah.
Okay, her. Okay. Is it your neighbor or your family?
No, it is my friend since junior high school.
Oh, you're in high school. Okay. Wow, good. You have a best friend.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Well, guys, do you have any question related with the vocabulary for Ramadan month or making conversation for Ramadan? Do you have any question? Yips. Do you have any question, guys? No? Okay. So, yeah, I hope it's gonna be interesting still for you because, yeah, it is quite morning. It's almost afternoon. It's noon ya. We call jam 12 itu dalam bahasa Inggris we call it noon sebenarnya. Tengah matahari, makanya dibilang afternoon itu setelah matahari rada geser di siang hari gitu. Oke, nah next meeting hopefully kita akan reschedule ya, nggak mungkin pas puasa kita habis isya. Oke, atau habis maghrib atau habis isya. It is impossible, right? Okay, so I want to make sure that the class will be what time and what day. Kapan kira-kira kita laksanain nih pertemuannya? Maybe I can share a video on Friday night, but yeah, I would say it's gonna be hard for you to have a class at night. Tetap malam atau gimana? Kelasnya setelah tarawih atau setelah tarawih udah ngantuk atau siang hari? Let's discuss and find the decision.
Kalau misal siang itu weekend aja siya.
Oke, siang weekend ya. Deal ya. Amalia gimana?
Monggo.
Monggo, oke. Monggo, disikitakan. Oke. Oke, well thank you so much ya. Jadi kita akan move ke siang hari karena kalau malam hari kayaknya agak ini. Then maybe I will make more videos. Hopefully the campus activities will not that busy, but now it's gonna be okay. It was quite hard for me to find time to make videos because yeah, previously I can make a lot of videos during on campus, sometimes at my home. So maybe this Ramadan hopefully it's gonna be quite free, then I can produce more videos for you. Okay, thank you so much for coming. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a nice day, guys. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks.
Okay, and prepare yourself for Ramadan.